In this video today guys, I will be sharing with you how you can renew your US visa online. So to get started, click the link in the description. It will take you to this website here. Or you can simply Google DS160. So the link that I'll be leaving in the description, it will be taking you directly to this website here. So once you're on this page, you want to scroll down and select your country. So I'm going to say Jamaica, Kingston, right? Enter the code shown on screen. Once you enter the code, select start an application. You want to scroll down and select I agree, because if you don't agree, you can't continue. Then you want to keep track of your application number. Very important to retrieve your application later on, as well as to set your appointment. Then select your security question and provide your answer. Once you do that, select continue. Please keep in mind that this is a demo application. Here, specify your surname. The surname is your last name. Your given name is your first name. Full name in native alphabet, this does not apply. Have you ever used any other names? Select what best applies to you. Do you have a telecode that represents your name? Select what best applies to you. Scroll down, select your gender, your marital status, and then you're going to complete your date and place of birth. As you can see, if you do not know, there's an option that says does not apply. So you want to complete if you know it. If you don't know it, select does not apply, and then select next to personal. Here you're going to select your nationality. So I'm going to select Jamaica. Do you hold or held any other nationality other than the one indicated? Select what best applies to you. Are you a permanent resident of another country or region? Select what best applies to you. Here, specify your national identification number. If you do not know your national identification number, simply select does not apply. It is not your passport number. Your national ID number is your national ID number, right? You do not have a social security number if you're not a US resident or you have ever worked in the US. So select does not apply. If this does not apply to you as well, select does not apply. Then select next to travel. Select your visa type. So from a drop down, select your purpose of trip to the United States. So here I'm going to select temporary, business, pleasure, visitor, right? And then it says specify business and tourism. This is basically your visitor's visa, but it is actually the business and tourism visa, B1/B2. Have you made any specific travel plans? Select what best applies to you. So even though if you select no, it's going to ask you your intended date of arrival. So again, select what best applies to you. How long do you intend to stay? Select what best applies to you again. Specify the address that you intend to stay when you travel to the United States. This could be the address of an hotel or a friend or family member. Then select the person who is paying for your trip. So here I'm selecting self. Then select next to travel companion. Are there persons traveling with you? Select what best applies to you. Then select next to travel. Have you ever been in the US? Select what best applies to you. So here I select yes. It's going to ask me my date of arrival. For this may be hard to remember, but what you can do is try and find previous emails about checking in online or boarding, things like that. You can use that to remember when you travel to the United States. Here, specify your length of stay. So here you want to be honest, how long you stayed in the United States. Right? You may not remember exactly, but go as close as possible. They have that data there. Select what best applies to you. Do you hold a driver's license in the US? In my case, no. Have you ever been issued a US visa? Yes, because you're renewing, so you're going to select yes. Select the date the visa was issued and enter your visa number. If you do not know it, select do not know. Are you applying for the same type of visa? Select what best applies to you. Are you applying in the same country or location where the visa was issued? Select what best applies to you. Have you ever been 10 printed? Yes. Has your US visa ever been lost or stolen? Select what best applies to you. Has your US visa ever been cancelled or revoked? Select what best applies to you. Again, they have those information, so I'm not sure why they're asking it, right? Have you ever been refused a US visa? Select what best applies to you. Has anyone ever filed for you? Select what best applies to you. Then select next to address and phone. Now on this page, you're going to simply complete your home address. This is where you live. Is your home address the same as your mailing address? Select what best applies to you, right? Then you're going to specify your phone number. Scroll down and select what best applies. Have you ever used any other phone number in the last 5 years? I'm just going to say no for simplicity, even though I've used other phone numbers, right? Here enter your email address. Have you used any other email addresses in the last 5 years? Take what best applies to you. I'm going to say no. Do you have any social media platform? Yes, right? So here I'm just going to select Facebook for simplicity. Do you wish to provide information about your presence on any other websites or applications you have used within the last 5 years? Again, this depends on you, but for simplicity, I'm going to say no. So like if you own a website, you could simply say yes and put the information. So here I'm going to select next to passport. So on the passport information page, click your document type. So I'm going to select regular passport. Here, enter your passport or travel document number. So for the passport book number, I'm going to select does not apply because that's not really important. But if you want to enter it, feel free to enter it. Enter the information on where your passport was issued. Once you enter this information, enter the issuance date and enter the date of expiration. Once you enter the relevant information, scroll down. Have you ever lost or had a passport stolen? Click what best applies to you. I'm going to select no and then select next to US contact. On this page, enter your contact person within the United States. So for simplicity, I'm going to say do not know. So if you're going to like an hotel, specify the hotel name. So here I'm just going to say hotel. So here I'm just going to say Sandal. And for relationship to you, I'm going to select other. And then here, you complete the business place information. Once you complete the information, select next to family. Here, complete your father's full name and date of birth. For simplicity, I'm going to say do not know. But ensure you put the correct information, right? Is your father in the US? Select what best applies to you. And I'll be doing the same thing for mother's full name and date of birth. Do you have any immediate relatives, not including parents, in the United States? Select what best applies to you. Then select next education and training. On this page, select your primary occupation. If you're a business owner, simply select business, right? So I'm just going to say business and then provide the relevant information that is required. So here you would put your business name and the address of your business. Complete your start date as well and then enter your monthly income. So here I'm just going to say 5,000 USD. Provide a brief description of your duties. So for simplicity, again, I'm just going to say retailer, but ensure you put the accurate information. Select next. Complete this page. Were you previously employed? Select what best applies to you. Have you attended any educational institution at secondary level or above? Select what best applies to you. I'm going to say no for now. Select next. And as you can see, guys, it is pretty much the same as applying for a new visa. So on this page, read all the questions and answer them accurately. So I'm going to say no because I've pretty much done this like a million times. So I know what they're asking, but you should take your time and read the questions. Very straightforward. But here you want to enter the language that you speak and then select next. So it's going to be a bunch of security questions. For these questions, I'm going to select no as well. Same for these questions. Once you complete the questions, next to part 3. So guys, on this page again, take your time, read through the questions and answer them accurately. Answer the questions again accurately. I'm going to select next to part 5. So the answer for these are no for me. And then select next to photo. So here, if you have a photo and soft copy, select upload photo. So browse for your photo. I'm going to select a sample picture and select open. You can also use this photo cropping tool to crop your photo. So here I'm going to select upload selected photo. So it says the photo you have submitted did not meet quality standards. You need to submit a new photo with your confirmation page and passport. So here, if you do not have a photo, select continue without photo, right? And you'll be required to take a passport size picture at the embassy. So it says you must bring a 5x5 cm passport like photo to your interview. So here I'm going to select next and review. And it's pretty much going to ask you to review all the information in your application. So guys, before you continue to submit, ensure you review the application. Once you review all the information, select sign and submit. So you're going to read this page, scroll down. Did anyone assist you with the application? Click what best applies to you. Enter your passport number and the code shown on screen, and then select sign and submit. And that's pretty much it. However, I'm not gonna submit this application just yet because I'm going to be doing another tutorial with it. So hope you understand. Now, once you submit the application, you will see a summary of what you need to bring. So you want to save your confirmation sheet as well as you can email it to you. Once you select next to confirmation, you'll see what I'm talking about. So for this section of this video, guys, I've combined two other videos on how to pay for the visa. So you may be seeing Canada in one and Jamaica in one. The concept is pretty much the same, right? Just follow along and you should be able to successfully pay for your visa. So you can search pay for US visa online in Google, or you can use a link in the description of this video. So this is the website that you want to go to. Pay close attention to it, where it says Schedule of US Visa MRV Fees, Official US Department of State. So let's select this link. So when you scroll to the bottom of this page, guys, you will see the cost for all the visas that are available. Now feel free to read all the information on this page, right? So things like the application fee is non-refundable, it's non-transferable, and it's only good for one application, and it expires after 1 year. So those are very important things that you need to know. So let's go back to the top and select sign in. So what you're going to do is select create an account. Scroll down and select the option which best applies to you. Now please keep in mind the information that you will see on the screen will be dependent on the location that you are in, right? So here I'm going to say I'm a non-Canadian citizen who wants to travel to the US. Select continue, agree to the statement and continue. And here you're going to complete all the information that they ask. So this is a demo application, so I'm going to keep the demo info here. So this is very straightforward, guys. All you need to do is just complete accordingly. Here you're going to specify your DS-160 number. This is the number that was generated when you're applying for your visa. It typically follows this format like a AA and then a number like this. From the drop down, select your visa class. This is the type of visa that you're paying for. For this demonstration, I'm going to select B1, B2. Select your date of birth, select your gender, complete your primary phone number. You can agree to receive text alerts. If you wish, you can agree to receive text alerts, specify an email address, and answer the questions accordingly. Right, so I'm going to select what best applies to me, and then select create applicant. So you're going to review the information, then select yes. Check all the statements that apply. So within the last 6 months, MR Morrison was refused a US visa in the same visa class in which he's applying for. No. So I'm going to select none of the above and then select confirm. Do you wish to add another applicant? Select what best applies to you. I'm going to say no. So on this page, I'll be choosing the location where I want to pick up my visa. Your location will determine the information or the options that you see here. So from the drop down, I'm going to select what best applies to me. I'm going to select a branch. Now you want to read this carefully. Enter the name and address as shown on a government issued ID of the person picking up your documents. This person must be an adult. So scroll down and then complete the information. Once you complete the information, select continue. So here you're going to select your payment option and then select continue. Select this option to agree and then select continue. So here you're just going to complete the billing information for your card. So here I'm going to hit submit. Please wait to receive instructions. So I received this message because I'm doing a renewal. If you weren't doing a renewal or your visa application wasn't waived, click on this page, you'd be selecting your interview date. And then at the end, a list of instructions will be generated. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.